Now that we're in the middle of March, it feels like the water requirements for this Australian finger lime has changed quite a bit. He is drying up a lot faster. Back in December and January, I could get away with just watering him once every month, once every 4 weeks. Now I've just under 2 weeks since I last watered him, and I fed him his last winter feed then too. It was in the beginning of March. And now if you look down into the little pot here, you can see the soil is completely bone dry. And he was so saturated back then, just like over a week, just nearly 2 weeks ago now. Now there's some thorny bits I must remove too. That's the thing with him, he's so thorny. If we look up here, some of these thorns are so long and so prickly. It's like being mindful of that when you're around him so you don't get poked. But yeah, so he just needs a bit more water now. I'm going to definitely give him a good drink. And the thing with him is he wants really infrequent water. So he wants one big bunch of water right now. Just let it run right through the pot. You're supposed to sort of water him about 20% of the volume of his pot. So he's in a 4 liter pot, which means I would have to give him at least 800 milliliters of water, and I did give him more last time just to make sure he was really saturated. I also try to spritz him at least once a day in the morning before the sun comes out, so just before we go off on the school run. Just really saturate him, make sure the water drips off the leaves as well, but not put any water into the pot, obviously. It's only just the foliage we're trying to keep really moist and sort of give them a sense of getting some morning dew on them, something like that. And keep them hydrated, because you don't want to dry out, then they'll stop having leaf drop, start leaf like dropping their leaves. Whereas he actually has been really good at not dropping his leaves this winter. Been really lucky with that. That can be a really big problem. The feed I give them also is supposed to help against that, and also help them get strong enough to hopefully flower and fruit. So this is the one I've used during the winter. This guy here, he's been really good. And I just give it once a month only, and also a really sort of light solution, not a strong one, a sort of a less one than you give regular citruses, because they don't need that much food. And this is the one I'm going to be switching to. So when I give him his first summer feed in April, I'm going to be mixing this up into some water and give it to him. As it says, it's for strong, healthy growth and improved fruiting. So that's what we really want. Hopefully that's going to work. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, and come a few weeks' time, I think sort of come Easter, I'll be able to put him outside and let him be outside during the day. I'll gradually get him adapted to being outdoors. It's going to be a big change for him because he'll be having lots of wind coming to him. It's quite windy and cold actually at the moment. So I'll wait till he gets a bit warmer. But yeah, there's going to be all kinds of changes he has to adapt to. And of course, he can also get attacked by insects out there and everything. So just have to keep an eye on him and gently get him used to being outdoors, and then he should enjoy a nice warm summer on the patio, I'm hoping, before taking him in before the first frosts. He is hardy up to down to about -2, -4, something like that, depending on if he's in the ground or in the pot. I'm going to keep him in the pot, I think. That's my plan anyhow. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, and I also want to keep him indoors during the winter just because I'm trying to. I just think they get too much rain here in the UK. It just rains constantly during the winter, and that's the one thing that citrus fruits don't really want to have. They don't want to be rained upon too much. So it's best to keep them indoors. And I've got a good sort of nice humid room. It's got a good a good sort of level of humidity for them. It's sort of about 60%. I actually have a little measurer here. I just go over and get it. And so citrus fruits, they require at least 50% humidity. And as we look here at mine, it is, can we see it? Can you read that? Yeah, so it's 57. It does fluctuate depending on where I put it in the room. But this is a good level for any citrus fruit. So I mean, he does seem really happy here. So I'm going to continue keeping him here for a while, I think. But hopefully I'll have some more exciting stuff next time I do an update on this guy. I'm hoping for some flowers and fruit this year. So hopefully see you soon.